Hi dolls, it's your girl Tisha Monique back again. Today dolls, I wanted to come on, share with you some tips and tricks on how you can definitively, for sure, jumpstart your weight loss journey and lose weight. The reason I say this is because it worked for me. I'm going to be sharing with you all of the things that I found work for me for certain after trying and trying and trying without success to lose weight. And I mean trying, from doing cardio every day, eating healthy, or so I thought, see any results, all the way to actually getting the results that I'm hoping to get for so long. After years of trying. I am over 40, and so these tips and tricks work for me. However, it was trial and error. But now that I know with certainty that these things are tried and true for me, for any lady over 40, but also for any body. These things will help you for sure. So if you're interested in seeing my weight loss tips and tricks, then just keep watching. Okay, dolls, so without going into too much of a backstory, I just wanted to let you know that I have been someone who's always been successful when it comes to weight loss and being able to just cut back or up my game in the gym and to get back where I normally am in terms of my weight. So for the most part of my life, I've always been able to manage my weight just through diet and exercise. But I noticed that as I got into my 40s and further into my 40s, that losing weight, my typical ways, the same ways that I always had seen success, were no longer working for me. And I was just really stumped because, I was in a calorie deficit. I was doing cardio every single day, putting in the work, strength training, but also doing cardio every single day, and I was not seeing the weight go off. I thought maybe the weight was coming back on just, as muscle mass as I was strength training, but it just wasn't moving. Like the scale, if anything, was going up and up and up, and I was just like, what gives? So it wasn't until I really fine-tuned some things and started doing some things differently that I was able to see my current results and to get back to closer to the weight that I was always trying to reach again. And I kind of thought like, well, maybe, now that I'm older, I'm not able to lose weight anymore. Maybe this is just that midlife spread that people talk about, or this is just my new weight, and I have to accept it and just, deal with it. But I'm here to say that that is not true. You can successfully lose weight at any age as well as at any weight. When you have things that have been working for you in the past, they will not always work for you going forward. Okay, you're going to have to adopt a change mindset and know that things change. Your body changes, your metabolic rate changes, everything changes as you age, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. You're not that same girl body-wise that you used to be. So you're going to have to switch up some things and do some things differently in order to see probably the same results that you're used to seeing from things that no longer are going to work for you. At least in my case, I was not able to achieve the same results in terms of weight loss, managing my weight consistently by doing things that I was doing since I was in my 20s and 30s. When I hit 40, it was just like a game changer. At first, it was hard to embrace because I was just not used to having to overcompensate. I was always used to just hitting that gym, cutting calories, and getting the weight off quick, but that was not the case for me. So it took a little time, a little mindset change, shifting my mindset to adopt new practices with regards to recognizing that my body is different. Like as you go through different stages of life, your body it's just different. It's your same body, but not the same, if that makes sense. So you have to adjust. As your body is changing, you have to change too. It's the mindset that I had to adopt, and not look at it like a bad thing, like, oh my gosh, I can't do the same things that I was doing before, but just try to give your body what it needs to do the things that you need to do in order to accomplish those same goals. So for me, first things first was I had to recognize that I needed to incorporate a different form of cardio. For some reason, walking on the treadmill had always been my thing. I would get on the treadmill for like 30 minutes before I actually hit the weights. I am a heavy weight lifter. I love strength training. I always have, and so I would just always get on and do 20 minutes of cardio or 30 minutes, count that as my cardio. Plus, I always lift so heavy and go so hard in the gym that I'm taking limited breaks between sets. So I have the high intervals. I have like less pauses between my weights. So for me, that's also burning calories, or it had been burning calories, and I count it as, part of my activity. However, all of that was not working for me anymore. I was like, I'm not eating any different. I'm not eating heavier or different. So what gives? Well, I have learned that also I had started walking on my lunch breaks, and just to kind of get out of the office, just to increase my relaxation, meditation, that sort of thing. And those seem to be really helping me more so than the activities that I was doing in the gym. So it's a change to what I normally do. I stepped outside of my comfort zone in terms of what I knew to work for strength training and a little cardio, you know, things of that nature. And I did something different. Walking was different for me. I used to be in track and running and that sort of thing. So for me, it's natural for me to want to run. I can no longer run. I can do like sprints, or I can do, as far as distance, I can do really, really fast-paced walks. So that's what I do. I've increased my walking. My goal was to do, of course, like everybody else, 10,000 steps, 10,000 steps. But what I did was I walked as much as I could, or as little as I could throughout the day, just mainly on my lunch breaks, or I would go outside down to the gym. Down to the parking garage, and then outside and around the building, just to like get some fresh air is what I was accomplishing or wanting to accomplish. And through that, I noticed that, you know, I was able to go longer, stronger each time I went. And I actually really, really enjoy being in nature. So I started to incorporate the walking just during my day-to-day, 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there, maybe about 30 minutes throughout the course of the day. I'd do like 10-minute walks and then go back upstairs for work. And so it came out to about 30 minutes a day. But I was noticing that, you know, just trying to hit extra steps and stuff like that, that it was really increasing my mood. It also was helping with my relaxation. And it just was just like really a booster for my energy. So I really started to enjoy the walks. And then when I work more from home currently, I can take longer walks. I can go for an hour to where I can actually go towards like 8,000 steps, 10,000 steps. In an hour, I get about 10,000 steps. And it's just if you have that time in the evenings or in the mornings, if you're not having to be at work too early and stuff, I would say just to incorporate a walk into your day. And this has been a game changer for me. Steps really does, and walking really is an overall workout for your entire body. Of course, not to mention all of the physical gains that you get from that, as far as like your mental mood, toning your overall body. It's just like comprehensive. It helps your overall body, your mind, body, and soul when you walk and outside. And you can also use it as a time to connect with God, which is amazing. You can play some spiritual music, you can pray, you can sing, you can shout, you can scream, you can do whatever you need to do to clear out your mental, but it's also toning your overall body. So I started to notice just like an overall toned appearance, like a more lean, long appearance. My legs were firmer, my skin's tighter. And you know, I achieved success in the gym, like I said, with strength training for muscle mass, muscle gains, and that sort of thing, which of course has always been effective for me. But it just seems like with the walking added, it just helps. It just helps everything. Like I don't know, like it just helps to condition everything. So I highly recommend walking. I would say to try it. It's something so simple, and I just always thought it wasn't that effective. Like it's just walking, like that is not going to get me like snatched. It's not going to do what I needed to do. It's not comparative to like strength training in the gym. I would get on the treadmill, I would walk my inclines, etc., and all of that. But this, it just seems like it's naturally doing everything that we are striving to do, along with the weight loss. It's toning though. It's coming off naturally. It looks really good, really toned. My body is tight, waist is snatching, legs, everything just is just coming together so nicely from walking. That's what I'm attributing it to. And so I say, if you can get out there for 10 minutes, do that. Start with 10 minutes, go around your block, walk to the mailbox. Just start. That's all I did was 10 minutes here. I go down for another 10 minutes. Some days I go down just for 10 minutes. Some days I will walk my whole lunch break. I still got built up to where I could walk my whole lunch break. 30 minutes, I would eat really quick at my desk, like while I was finishing up my work, and then I would go down and just walk during lunch. Instead of going to the gym, I would just go outside and walk for the 30 minutes. And it was just really nice. And that's what started my walking journey. Now I get like about 13,000 steps a day, because my goal is 10 when I'm walking. And then just in normal, like things that you do throughout the day, the course of your day, you will get additional steps. So 10,000 shouldn't be just your goal. It's just a baseline, but it's not like everything. Like if you got 6,000 steps, 8,000, whatever you can get it in. And girl, I'm telling you, it will change your life. Walking has changed my life. It made such a difference in my body, how I look overall, how I feel overall, my mental and everything. I just look forward to it. I use my Apple Watch. If you don't have an Apple Watch, you can do Fitbit or anything you can order off of Amazon, just so you can track your steps. You can also use your phone. If you have like an Apple phone, or I think an Android even, you can download software, hold your phone in your hand or in your pocket, and that will track your steps too. So it's no excuse. Walking is key. It's so key to weight loss journey, and just for, I think, accelerating everything as far as your journey is concerned. And I actually look forward to my walks. If you can't do it every day, start off with like, once a week, twice a week, and then just build off of that and hit your goals. Set your goals for like the month where you want to be at, or what you can do after you start, so you can see how you like it and everything, and then set goals from there. The next thing that I want to say as far as what was successful for me and has been successful in my weight loss journey is your portions. Portion control has been a game changer for me in terms of my weight loss journey. That's been just unreal. Like, I think that we get into the mindset and we adopt the mindset that as long as it's healthy, we can eat as much of it as we want. Like, oh, it's a salad. So they gave me this huge salad when I went out to eat for dinner. I just got a salad. And because the salads are huge, like this big, but because it's a salad, if I overeat on that, or I can just pig out on that, and it's not a big deal, but it really is a big deal. I found that anything that I'm eating, I'm always cutting it and just doing a fourth. Especially here in Texas. I don't know if that's like all over, but in Texas, the portion sizes go crazy. And just being here, I never really pay so much attention to it as I've started to now, to recognize that the portion sizes in Texas are well above anything that you should be eating. Like, everything that we're eating is like 4 times the amount of food. It could feed like 4 people essentially. So I just found like if I was having avocado toast, that I was like, oh, it's avocado toast, it's whole wheat bread, so I can have 2 slices of toast, and along with avocado on both, a whole avocado, plus 2 eggs, and and then I'll get some fruit on the side, of yogurt and fruit and all that. And it's like, yes, that is all healthy foods. Those are all healthy foods. However, it's the portions. Like, do we need to eat 2 pieces of toast, or even a whole toast for avocado toast? It's just a lot. And when I started to think about that, and I was just like, wow, these portions are huge, then I don't macro or manage, like measure the foods that I was eating. I just was like, okay, this is avocado, it's a good fat, it's an avocado, so I can slice up the whole avocado and put that on my 1 slice of toast, But no, you need to cut that portion. Whatever you're eating, I don't care what it is, you need to start cutting your portions in half, and you will see a tremendous difference. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, when you first start, you are gonna be hungry because your stomach is used to eating bigger quantities of food. So once you start cutting the food in half, you're still gonna be hungry. Like, I'm like sitting there looking at the rest of my salad like, okay, I want some more bites. I'm still hungry. But you have to, which is another tip, is to stop eating before you get full. Like, if you're full when you stop eating, then that means you've already ate too much. You should leave yourself with a little room in the tummy to where you allow your stomach to start shrinking back down to the size that it needs to be at, a normal size. And you only can do that by restricting a little bit of the food. You're not going to starve. You're going to be just fine. Even though you're going to be super hungry, you're going to want to eat again not too long after. You have to really stick to cutting those portions in half. So wherever you can cut, like instead of 2 eggs, have an egg, 1 egg. Instead of a whole avocado, cut it to a half. And you're going to see results. Like the first week, you're going to see results. You're going to be hungry. Whenever your stomach is growling or you still feel hungry, that's a good thing. That means that your stomach still has room in it. The digestion process is not going to be so hard or slow. It's not going to be as slow and sluggish because it has so much food in your body that your system is trying to work through. But having smaller cuts in your system is going to allow you to already have more energy, because your body is not like feeling bogged down because it's steady digesting food. But it's going to also allow your stomach time to kind of restrict a little bit more, to where the next time you go to eat, it's not expecting so much food. Your stomach shrinks down a little bit because your stomach is only the size of your fist. And so that's how much food you need. It's just what can fit in your hand is what it is. But if you're eating more than that, like I was saying, those huge salads, or even like a toast with avocado and egg, boiled eggs and all of that, that's quite a bit of food compared to the size of your stomach. So you want to get your stomach back to its normal size. That way, I guarantee you, after you adopt this and then you start to eat, you're going to see that now you're going to get full faster, and you're going to feel stuffed off of those half portions, or those portions that you cut back to. So trying to eat as much as you used to is going to become like a thing of the past. I'm like, wow, I can't believe I ever ate that much food. Now I'm so stuffed after I eat a fourth of that or a half of that or whatever it is. Your body adjusts to that, and then you're not requiring so many calories or looking for so many calories throughout the day. So portion control is definitely tip number 2. Or another tip is just to cut out sugars. Now, that was a difficult one for me because I'm thinking sugars are just things that are sweet, things that are like desserts. I don't eat a lot of sweets. I don't eat a lot of sweets. I may have an ice cream here and there, but my biggest sweet, as you guys would know, is Starbucks. And I already had cut the size. I'm like, oh, I already cut it from like a cup this big to like half a cup, and then I'm only drinking half of that cup. Well, that's great, but I was not looking at the carbs. So when I'm talking about the avocado toast, girl, even though it's a whole grain, that bread, flour, all of that stuff, when it's digested through your body, it converts to sugar upon digestion. So that bread, even though it's bread, it's whole wheat, it's still a grain and it's still converting to sugar in your body. So sugars are just fat. I mean, that's exactly what it is. It's not a benefit. So cutting out sugar and carbs is difficult because, you know, it's not always, carbs to me are not always bad. Like if I'm having a sweet potato versus a regular potato, it's still a carb. You know, a carb is a carb is a carb. A carb converts to sugar. So sugar is an inflammatory. It's going to puff you up. It's going to hold weight in your body. It's just not good. So my doctor advised, you know, if you can, he said, you know, try to just have a treat or something once a week, you know, something small. Don't just like have whole cheat days where you're just gorging on Saturday and Sunday. You feel like crap and then you try to get back on track and rebound. Just make it, it's just a lifestyle change. You know, lifestyle changes are small changes that are going to equal to larger changes in the long run. And cutting out sugar was one thing that I just started right before Thanksgiving, which was hard because I didn't do it at Thanksgiving because I was like, I'm going to enjoy Thanksgiving and pick it back up afterwards. But even during that time, I still lost some weight. I lost about 4 pounds. Another sweet thing that I was doing, I talked about in another video, was poppies. Girl, those poppies, which I'm not a big soda drinker. I may have a little Sprite here and there, a little ginger ale, because I always look at it like it's healthy if I'm needing, like, you know, I have a tummy ache or something like that, or just for gut health. But those poppies, even though they are gut healthy or whatever they have in their probiotics and stuff, you can get that same stuff from just taking some probiotics. But also it's sugar. You know, those are sugars. Even though they're refined sugars or they're better sugars, whatever the case is, it's still sugar. And that is going to cause your glucose to spike and all of that stuff. But it's just going to add extra weight. So cutting out sugar, just drinking exclusively water, no sodas, none of that stuff is going to be amazing for you. I'm telling you, you're going to lose some weight right away. Right away. Another one, girl, is processed foods. And my biggest one has been Chick-fil-A because I'm like, oh, this is a healthier processed food. I'm just getting a salad from there. And that sort of thing. But girl, processed food is processed food. And in order for them to produce this food fast, it's full of sodium, it's full of sugars. I'm telling you. I looked at the packet on my salad dressing because that was another thing. My doctor was like, just start to be aware of things, like read the labels and stuff. Because I'm just like, salad dressing, I'm getting a low fat or, you know, whatever, sugar free. But no, girl, I looked at my avocado ranch from Chick-fil-A for the salad that I always get. And girl, that little packet had 536 milligrams of sodium in it. Just the salad dressing. So who knows what the salad is? It's not like salad that they went outside and picked. It's preserved somehow so that it can remain fresh, you know, so they can increase their selling the food rate and longevity, shelf life. So you just don't know. So I've started to just get the bags of salad, the pre-made salads from the store. If we have steak one night, then I'll slice up that steak, put it on my salad at home, and my dressing is always now apple cider vinegar on my salad. And I just put that on there. It's a change, but it's a healthy change, a lifestyle change, and I know in the long run it is doing me so much better. So no fast foods. You cannot eat out. If you do it, I would say, like, I don't want to say like once a week, because then it becomes like a Saturday or Sunday or whatever your day is, and then you're eating sweet, you're compensating for everything, which is giving you like a full day of just bloating, gas, all that. And you don't want that. So if you can cut it out altogether, start off by cutting back, do that. But really, that processed food is taking us out. Burgers, the fries, all of that is carbs. It's also processed foods. It's heavy in sugar, heavy in sodium, and it's just not good for our bodies. I'm sorry. So we need to cut all of those things out for sure. Another one that has been very helpful is to cut off eating 2 hours before you go to bed. So if you normally go to bed at 10 o'clock, then 8 o'clock, you need to be done eating. There is no snacking in the evenings. There is no like getting up to have this or that or eating dinner at like 10, 9:30. Like, you have to cut off the time for your body to have adequate rest, your digestive system, everything to stop working so that you can actually use the energy in your body overnight to like burn fat and things of that nature. But if your body is still processing food that you ate before bed, then your sugar is spiking overnight. Your blood pressure could be up because it's pumping, you know, blood to those areas. for digestion and all that. So it's just better to cut off the eating 2 hours before bed. So if you know you're going to bed at 9 o'clock, then your last meal should be at 7, and then you're done for the night. We're done. We're not eating anymore. We're not getting up for snacks. None of that. If we're still hungry, then we sit on that. We sit in that hungry energy and let our body just feel that. Like, that is calories burning. If your stomach is growling, that means you're burning calories. That means that you're losing weight. So look at it like that. Change your mindset and know, like, we're not eating late anymore. Another one for me was eating breakfast. I've always been like a big intermittent faster, and I wouldn't start eating until maybe lunchtime would be my first meal. And then I would do like a juice or something really light. And I was really only eating like maybe twice a day, definitely eating dinner, maybe eating something for lunch, which was at 2 o'clock. And that's just not healthy. Your blood sugar needs to be steady throughout the day. You need it to be where you're having more meals than not. And I was not doing that. I've always just been like, less is more. So I'm eating 1 time a day. How bad could that be? And when I eat, it's a salad. And then I may or may not eat some for dinner. But I would be so hungry by the time I got ready in the evenings that I would start like munching on stuff, gorging on stuff. If I had a salad, I'm eating that whole big thing. And it was just not a healthy diet now that I'm looking back at it, even though it was kind of managing my weight and keeping things kind of sort of, but it was not healthy for my overall body and the way that your body needs nourishment throughout the day. So now in the mornings, I'm eating light. I'll have 1 egg, some spinach in there, tomatoes, something like that, maybe 1/4 of a half of avocado. And I'm not doing any toast or anything like that. So I'm just giving my body something to get started within the first 2 hours of waking up. That way I'm not having blood sugar spikes, and that I can kind of start my day off. My body knows that I'm going to be putting food in it, so it's not just like struggling all day. And I used to have coffee first thing in the morning, chais first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, no food. And I'm sure my blood sugar was just like up, caffeine and sugar first thing in the morning. No, nothing on my stomach. Like, it just wasn't good. I'm looking back like, girl, I'm thinking that forever young, that's not a big deal. You know, it's been how I do and I've been fine. But you know, you have to adjust as you're getting older. You just have to realize, like, your body, you have to do things that's better for your body overall. So that is another tip. And what else? I think I had one more tip. Water for your drinks, things with a lot of sugar, smoothies, even if it's like beet juice and stuff like that. I'll have to start tracking that because it does have sugar in it. I don't want to be just ingesting a big, even though it's beet juice. You see how I'm saying? If I'm getting a beet juice, celery juice, I'm drinking a whole thing like this because it's healthy, right? But I don't need to drink all of that. I can break that up and have a little bit every day and still be good. Another tip, and then I'll let you dolls go, is apple cider vinegar. Okay, I have been loving apple cider vinegar, and I will drink some with water. You can dilute it or mix it in your water first thing in the morning. You always want to start off with water, warm waters where you can, instead of water with ice and all of that. A lot of cultures don't even have ice or drink ice. Like when I went to China to visit, it was like ice cubes. Like, what are that? They're only drinking, all their water is room temperature or hot. And that's what you want to adopt because that's so healthy and nourishing for your stomach, for your gut health, and just for circulation and just for your body overall. Because weight loss and all of that is great, but you also want overall health. And that comes with just making some adjustments that are going to be beneficial for your body. Adding lemon anytime you're drinking water. If you're going to drink water, make it beneficial. I'll also add hibiscus. I love hibiscus now. It's great for your blood pressure management, blood sugar management. It's a diuretic, so it helps to keep you regular. It helps to flush out toxins. It's great for the liver, the kidneys, the organs, and it also has a calming effect to it. So hibiscus tea, you can put a tea bag in your cold water, or you could put it, steep it, make it hot, and have that in the morning in place of like coffees and stuff like that, teas, heavy teas, all of that. So apple cider vinegar, add that to your water in the morning, and also you can put it on your salads as you're dressing with a little EVO. We're only cooking in animal products like animal fat, butters, EVO, etc. And apple cider vinegar, if you could take some before you have at least one of your meals in the day, that'll also help to regulate your body as far as like blood pressure, glucose, and okay, dolls, those are all my tips and tricks for how to successfully achieve a healthy weight loss that is sustainable, manageable, and you can do it. Okay, I guarantee that if you adopt some of these properties, some of these things, if not all, try to go for all of them, but start off slow. Adopt one or two. Start off with one, adopt another once you kind of get the hang of it. But just do it, okay? It's so beneficial for your overall wellness, your health, and I guarantee you're gonna see results, especially with the cutting the sugar. That one was just like, wow, that was a really big eye-opener for me. But also adopting walking. So sugar, walking, cutting out anything other than water for your drinks, and portion control. Like, it's like so heavy hitter. It will definitely shrink you down. And the thing I love about it is that it's a comprehensive thing. So not only are you going to achieve weight loss, but it's going to help your overall health, your blood pressure, your glucose levels, your heart health, cardiovascular health, your mental health from walking outside and getting that fresh air in your lungs and stuff, your joints. Everything is going to improve. So this is like a healthy lifestyle change that you need in your life, because you know, part of being that girl and being on just doing life is doing it successfully. Your health is your wealth, and these are ways that you definitely can achieve health, success in your life, but also you're definitely gonna have the weight loss. It's like, it's gonna come no matter what. If you adopt all of these things, and if not one or two, but all of them, like, oh my gosh, you are gonna be sitting pretty for this next season in your life, next year. And it's just gonna be like, thank me later, girl, because these are going to be game changers. I'm telling you, they have changed my life. As you can see, my starting weight, where I was struggling just to kind of maintain my weight and not keep going up, started off like after, let's say about 3 years ago, girls, I had gone up to 182. 182, truth be told. My weight before I had pregnancy was 157. I'm 5'3", so ideally weight should be like in the 140s. So I don't know what 140 would look like for me. It's really, really thin, so I've never wanted to get back that thin, because I've been a thin girl my whole adolescence and 20s. And so when I got a little weight on me, I was like, okay, yes, I got my woman body. But that woman body, girl, that junk in the trunk and all of that, it's cute, but it's not cute. So for me, I'm looking to do, you know, just to get down and just to see how my body likes the weight. I'm gonna try to get down, oh my gosh, 157 was my goal, just to get back to my pre-pregnancy's weight. But it's so thin on me, you dolls, but it's so healthy. So it's more about health than aesthetic, because I've had people like, oh, don't lose any more weight, or you lost enough, that's enough. And I'm like, it's not like a visual thing, it's health. Like, I'm doing this for me, for my longevity, for my life, and it's good. So I'm like, I'm not gonna stop walking or stop eating healthy because I achieve a weight. It's a lifestyle change. I'm gonna keep it going because I want to be consistently healthy. And what that looks like is when your body's not having to like pump so hard because you got too much weight around you or around your stomach area and stuff, your body is going to relax and know that you're good. Like, you're doing it, you're good now. So I still have some more weight to go. I'm at about 162, but this is like, I'm fluctuating from like 158 to 162 water weight and stuff. So I'm going to try to get down 150. That is the lowest I can go for right now. And I'll see how we do, because I'm like, ooh, going into the 140s. But ideally, like body-wise, that is where I'm supposed to be. So we'll see, girls. But right now, the lowest that I've weighed is about 159. So 162 this morning, water weight and stuff like that. So we'll see. It's a journey. It's a lifestyle change, and I'm definitely here for it. This makeup, this lip is from MAC. This is the Retro Matte Liquid Lip Color, and this is in the shade Feel So Grand. And it's like, this is so gorgeous. I use the applicator brush as the lip liner, trace the lips out, and I love this red for the fall. I'm wearing this Zara cape that I hauled last season. It is so gorgeous. It's blue jean, and it's got like this black detail on it. Absolutely love this look. So anyways, I wanted to pair it with a really pretty lippy, and I love this Retro Matte lip liner liquid lipstick from MAC. It is so gorgeous. And yeah, here for it. I want to hear from you dolls. Are you going to adopt any of these things? Have you already? What are some of your goals? Let me know. You dolls know I love to hear from you in the comments, and I always respond. I love your feedback. So if you have any more tips or tricks that work for you, really not tricks, these are just lifestyle changes that work for you, then I would love to hear from you and to see how your progress is going so that we can kind of hold each other accountable if you're so inclined. So anyways, dolls, that's all that I have time for today. And thank you for watching. I love visiting with you, and I will chat with you, dolls. Sure, I will chat with you guys in the next one. Bye.